on the super important show. It's time to sign Dick Bigger's balls. Get ready for brunch in a bottle. And how many ladybugs can be in a box? We'll find out. I am one of your hosts, Justin Dado, and joining me as always is my amazing host, Heather Jules Booth. Hello, Heather Jules Booth.
Hello.
And our special guest tonight, Emily Claypoole. Hello, Emily.
Oh, I got so excited that I lost my...
Such a me move.
Happy to be here, folks.
Emily, welcome. For folks who don't know about you, give us a quick rundown of who is Emily Claypoole. And remember, our show's only an hour, so try and fit it into an hour.
She is iconic. Hi, everybody. Hi, world. Hi, internet. My name's Emily. I'm an actor. I'm a comedian. I'm a writer. I'm a singer. I'm a performer. She's a multi-hyphenate realness. I am a cat mother to 4 beautiful cats. And I'm a bitch. Like a huge bitch. So that's me.
Cool. Well, welcome. Heather, do you want to get us started? Do you want to kick off a little World You Crazy?
I would love to, and I'm so excited to know that Emily has not read this story, because this story is just, it's ridiculous. Now here at Super Important Show, we usually summarize the stories. We kind of, infuse our own little personality into them. But I'm just going to read this because I want everybody to enjoy the handiwork of author James Dator. All right. This is called Dick Bigger Loves to Have Politicians Sign His Balls.
Yes, he does.
And this article informs us. Dick Bigger Jr. is a proud patriot, the kind of man who loves nothing more than participating in local politics by presenting his baseballs to politicians so they can autograph them. Laugh all you want, but Dick Bigger has the balls to get this done. They then show a picture of him getting his baseball signed in 2023 at the Illinois State Fair. He has politicians sign baseballs every year and even has a ball signed by former President Obama. We continue on that this week, Dick Bigger from Biggsville, no idea if he did that deliberately, but Dick Bigger from Biggsville held his balls in his hand at the Illinois State Fair so they could be signed by the governor. The governor was happy to grab the balls, putting his John Hancock on the balls for Dick Bigger. And you just know when this guy wrote this, I am making a sweeping assumption this is a guy who wrote this, that this guy was he sat up in bed and he was like, I've done it. I've written the best line ever. Continuing on, signing Bigger's balls is a rite of passage for Illinois politicians, as his balls were once signed by former President Barack Obama. It's unclear how many of Bigger's balls have been held by politicians, but considering the farmer attends the state fair every year to get his balls signed, it's safe to say he has a lot of balls. In the wake of the internet falling in love with Dick Bigger, we also learned that his mother was named Dixie Bigger.
Shut up. Oh my God.
The author would like us to know that it's unclear if her maiden name was Normus. Sometimes Bigger's impressive balls can lead to opportunities. It wasn't long ago that Dick Bigger from Biggsville helped make political ads for those he supported. Though without his balls, Dick Bigger did get a little flustered in front of a camera. Dustin, I think
it's performance anxiety.
Yeah, here we go.
It's performance anxiety. Yeah,
this
everybody
tiny
gets
lady got rid. This tiny lady got rid of Illinois' huge, unpaid backlog. Oh boy, backlog. This tiny lady got rid of Illinois' big, huge backlog of unpaid bills.
What does he have in the pocket? What is he going
I don't
for?
know. I also really want to know.
This tiny lady is getting rid of Illinois' huge backlog of bills, unpaid bills. Oh boy.
Come on, Dick Bigger, you can do it.
Want to do it one more? She's our firecracker. I like our.
Oh my god!
That-
And so before we started, we were all chatting, and I indicated to Dustin and Emily that I expected, for some reason, given the tone of the video and given the person's name and the fact that they this is their bit, they take their balls and get them signed. I thought that this person was going to be fast talking, sort of yeah, you signed my balls, yeah. So when I watched that video, I was not ready for that. That's not at all what I expected. And I will fully admit I felt a little bad because I did start laughing, but I did start laughing because I just wasn't expecting I got my balls. What?
I mean, you're supposed to laugh at that. You're not supposed to take that seriously.
Bloopers are always going to be funny.
Yeah.
Some people
It's true.
might say,
It's true.
Emily, a blooper is the lowest form of comedy. And to that I say, it's funny.
Right.
Yeah.
You laugh.
It's funny.
You laugh.
It's
you
true.
laughed.
It's going to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when Dick Bigger Jr. does it.
The
his
amount
mom,
of things
Dixie
that
Bigger.
are just occurring in my brain right now. That was
And he's junior, so that means his parents are Dick and Dixie Bigger.
Dick and Dixie Bigger.
I mean, that's the thing that blows my mind is that his dad had to grow up with the name Dick Bigger, and and thought my son should live this experience also.
He needs to carry on the tradition.
Because I don't know what his school life was like, but it probably wasn't great. I cannot imagine not constantly being harassed by having the name Dick Bigger.
Yeah.
I've heard of people saying that some names should be considered a form of child abuse, and I mean,
this might be one of them.
Well, but I mean, also, Dustin, maybe everybody was like, yeah, you bet your ass. Yeah. Well, I mean, they weren't like that, obviously, down in the South. And back in way old times, they weren't.
I will tell you this, Emily. There is no young high school boy when somebody is going to say, my name is Dick Bigger, and people are going to be like, sure, I bet it is. Nobody's going to be in agreement. Nobody's going to be supportive of a person saying that they have a huge penis. They're going to that is a great way to get hit for no reason. But it seems like probably people
claiming the massive size of your penis.
Yeah.
You're just asking for
You're just asking to be harassed. And if your name is that, if the teachers are calling you Dick Bigger, you're...
He probably
Bigger,
went by
Dick.
Yeah.
For a long time. Maybe he even tried Richie. I mean,
And-
because Dick is a nickname. Unless that's his legal born sworn name on his birth certificate.
Probably.
I do want to go back and say that the person that wrote that article, as you said, Heather, really, he looked at that and he was like, I really just did that. I really just did.
You could feel it.
Plausibly the funniest thing that I could ever do. That man will never top that. He will.
No.
The rest of that person's life is going downhill after that article.
Yeah, he's showing that article to everyone, and he's sitting there and going would you like to read this article? And then he's watching you as you read it because he's waiting for you to get to John Hancock so that you're like, oh, and he's like, yeah, it's so great, right? So great.
Yeah.
See, I did that.
It's like penis, it's like a dick and balls.
It's like penis, but it's historical because I'm smart. Yeah.
So here's my question to you guys. Looking at Dick Bigger Jr., he doesn't seem like the type of person who would otherwise be leaning into it that hard. But he's having people sign his balls. He could have people sign anything, but he chooses to make it balls.
Balls.
Are we led to believe that he is full on into this, or is it just a thing that happened to him? Do you think that he chose balls to play the game, or do you think he was so oblivious to it that it just happened to be that he chose balls?
The thing that I'm zeroing in on here is that it's baseballs, right? They're all baseballs. And so baseballs, feasibly, aside from maybe tennis balls or golf balls, are going to be the most testicular of a sport ball, So
The most testicular of a sports ball?
yeah, you can actually quote me on that. You're welcome. I'm gonna call up that writer and let him know that I just came up with a better
Okay.
thing. And then he's gonna kill himself. But it was just thinking, I'm like, did he have an unrelated love of baseball? And then it sort of kind of all came together. Because, well, but now I'm thinking, he could have a baseball mitt. He could have some sort of other piece of memorabilia. Bitch could have an autograph book.
Yeah. Right. That'd be easier to keep track of than
carrying them and fumbling around, like Heather was saying, kind of make it a whole thing of it.
Right. You don't know who you're going to run into.
Balls in the air.
Cupping our air balls. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know who you're going to run into, which means that somewhere.
Am I juggling? Are they hitting me in the face? Is it both? Who cares?
Here's what disappoints me about this article. The person who wrote this article is, since he doesn't know how many people he's going to run into, he's got to carry more than a couple of balls, which means
sack of them, if you
right. Which means he's got a ball sack that he is walking around with. That was not even mentioned. The Dick Vickers ball sack was never once referenced in the article.
You're right.
I mean, no matter what, like, he could have said that if he kept him in his pockets, the guy could have said, and he used his pockets, not unlike a ball sack,
right?
To hold his ball. I mean, come on, shoehorn it in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, we're not going for the Pulitzer, my guy.
I mean, if he did it perfectly, I would say yes, he is. But
okay.
But the fact that he missed the ball sack reference means,
the ball
as far
sack
as I'm
reference,
concerned,
yeah.
That's probably why he's not in consideration this year.
Yeah, I think it is.
I mean,
missed opportunity.
You should have known better.
And my condolences to him.
Yeah. Heather, is that the end of the article? I can't remember if that was.
That is, in fact, the end of the article. Yeah.
Okay.
That was it. Andrew would like us to know it's journalistic integrity. If you don't have a ball sack, then you can't make that joke. Fair enough.
Right, but where did he keep the balls? He must have kept them in a sack. He's not just going to sit like. And what defines a ball sack, really? Like,
that's a question that's better suited for the universe, I feel.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. What defines a ball sack?
Do we want to move on?
Will we ever know?
Yeah.
I think we are. Yeah, I think we're ready to move on. I'm excited.
All right. Emily, then I believe it is your turn.
Bet your ass it is. It's okay that I'm cursing, right? It's all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
we checked the box that said not for kids. So
love that. All right. So my article that I read, this is incredible. This is a product that I had no clue existed. I didn't know it could exist. It is called Eggo's Brunch in a Jar. Okay, so it's an actual jar, and it's by the company Eggo, and it is an alcoholic brunch drink. They partnered up with Sugarlands Distilling Company, and the thing that is the most hilarious about this to me is not only the fact that it looks like blended up waffles, but the fact that this is not the first time Eggo has partnered up with Sugarlands to make an alcoholic drink. Like, Eggo is trying so hard to make an alcoholic drink, and they're just going to keep trying. The previous one was an Eggo Nog, and they're both Brunch in a Jar and their previous attempt for what I presume would be the holidays. It's called an Appalachian Sippin' Cream, not a sipping cream, a sippin' cream.
Yeah, here we go.
There she is. Yes, I mean, obviously, you have to garnish with the tiny little Eggo. And I will admit that when I first looked at this, I swear to God, I thought that it was like, you know how you get those things that are like a cookie kit, and it has all, it's like a jar that has all the ingredients for cookies, and you just dump it out and you pour, you know, eggs in it or whatever, and then you make it and then it's cookies. I truly was like, oh, there's like some waffles in there. There's like a layer of like, because that's what it looks like to me with the huge Eggo on the side. And then when I saw the liquid, I was like, oh, because all I could picture was
Is ground up waffle.
Eggo waffles, like vodka or alcohol or whatever it is, because I will mention as well that it is a 40 proof, so it is 20% alcohol, and it is, quote, meant to highlight all the flavors found at your typical brunch spread: bacon, syrup, butter, and of course, Eggo waffles.
Well, see that? I feel like that just ruined everything I expected about it, too.
How?
Like, because I was excited. Well, first of all, y'all know I'm always willing to try garbage things that we discover on this show. I tried the Velveeta martini last year. You know. Yeah, exactly. That's the correct
How
response.
Was
it? That response was correct. It wasn't bad until it got warm. Like, when it was cold, it was okay. And then it got nastier.
Yeah,
by the end of the night, I was just putting hot sauce in it to try and like drown the flavor.
Right. I know a lot of people that.
Yum.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that love cheese, and cheese and vodka does not. Anyway, continue.
It's an interesting choice. So to me, I was like pretty much on board with this when I thought it was going to just be like, you know, like when you smell waffle batter, or like you go to make a waffle and like you put it in the little waffle maker and it's got that like aroma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like what I imagine if I just poured that raw batter in a cup and drank that. That's what I was hoping this would be. And now it sounds like it's a weird mishmash of like 16 flavors. And I'm not sure that I like that.
The bacon was really throwing me off, because it was like a sweet, creamy drink. I'm like, oh, it's like a maple syrupy kind of situation. Like, I mean, I even there years ago I tried a beer that was like a Dunkin' Donuts beer, and it was like it was a stout, and it was very like cakey and sweet, and like they didn't try to like give it those flavors of what that actually tastes like, but it's like capture the essence of it, right? Like, what is it sort of in this version, like in an alcoholic version, what does that do? It's sort of a chocolatey stout. It's it's got like a really like nice head on it. It's like what have you. But I gotta tell you, one thing about this is that I know that I said that it looks disgusting, but I would be remiss if I did not say that if I could get my hands on this, I would drink the entire thing, top to bottom, in one sitting.
Well, I mean, Emily,
I'd definitely try it.
It says right there, sippin' cream. So be careful.
It's true. It does say sippin' cream.
It's called sippin' cream for a reason.
Good point.
You're not supposed to drink it all at once.
I wouldn't want to go against the rules, you know?
I mean,
it's the instructions as provided by your doctor.
Oh, I am really sorry to tell you all that I just Googled it, and there is a place right by the tank that has it in stock.
Oh,
So,
really?
I'm just saying.
We're getting it.
Yeah.
We're getting it. There's literally no question.
Probably getting it. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody keep your eyes on the Super Important Show Instagram story next week, because unfortunately,
I think
the three of us are going to get weirdly a little drunk after rehearsal.
I'm just going to say this. As director of the show that we are all involved in, no sipping cream before the show. That's
after the show.
No,
after the show.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
After the show, we are busting it open and we are doing a toast.
Yeah.
We are drinking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gulping.
No. It says it right there.
Justin, you can't stop me. They call it chugging cream. Is what I'm gonna do with it.
And it's not expensive either. It's like $20. It's just
how much is in there? How many ounces are we getting?
750 milliliters. I don't know.
I mean,
that's a bottle of wine.
I'm not smart enough to. Okay, there you go.
That is a bottle of wine. And
Well, there we go.
actually, I'll bring an empty bottle of wine, and we can drink it.
We could always bring one of those big Starbucks cups, and we'll all just
so it's classy.
Yeah.
pass them around. Yeah.
So you guys are saying you would definitely do your brunch in a bottle.
I will
You
try
guys
it.
are both on
Yes.
board with this. Okay.
Yes, I'll try it.
Publicly,
For science.
I never thought I would admit that I would do this, but I'm like, as I said at the beginning of the show, we're just saying what we are and what's happening. I'm a bitch, and I'm a bitch that's gonna drink this brunch in a jar, and I'm gonna probably love it. Even though, like, I like to act like I'm a girl with expensive taste, but you're looking at somebody who drank 2 bottles of Andre during spring fling and threw up in a mesh trash can. Like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Anyway, I did in one of my one-man shows, I talked about the first time I ever got, like, drunk to the point where, like, I threw up. And I started the story by saying that I began the night by drinking Arbor Mist strawberry flavor. And I was like, that's technically alcohol, right? And a good friend of mine was like, no, from the back. I got heckled at my own one-man show for drinking Arbor Mist. So
You got heckled.
yes. So anyway.
Arbor Mist.
Yes.
It's just, you know what? It was just the advertising. You fell for the advertising back in the day.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's a little bit before my time, I think.
It's still around. You can Arbor Mist right now. You can.
Or
I am going to find the commercial.
Because the shameful alcohol that I was drinking when I was in college, besides the Andre and whatever else I could get my filthy fucking paws on, was Smirnoff Ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're Smirnoff
I'll
Ice.
Smirnoff
Yeah.
Ice.
You gotta get ice.
Gotta get iced.
Well, I mean, you don't gotta get ice, but you will.
No, but you will.
Our last show, in the last sketch, I'm gonna start just hiding Smirnoff Ices in people's props. So then I'm gonna have Devin write like a dummy sketch to like end the show.
How?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Please
I would
do
just
that.
ice everybody.
You know, Leah loves icing, right? She is going to lose her mind. She will love that. Like,
I was having
Yes.
ice in my own home.
Nice.
Like we had an Oscar party 2 years ago, and one of my friends came up to me and was like, said she really freaked me out too. She was like, "Oh my god, I think your cat's like gonna throw up." And I was like, "Oh well, you know, like one of my cats throws up all the time." But she was like, "I don't know, like he looks weird. Like I'm just like worried, you know." And she's like, "Come in, he's in the bathroom." And so I like run to the bathroom, and for like 15 seconds, I'm having a panic attack. And her other friend is sitting on the floor next to the toilet. Right on top of the toilet is a Smirnoff Ice, and they both are laughing their asses off.
I mean, they gotcha, because that would get me too.
They went deep too. They were like,
That-
we're gonna put levels to this. We're gonna make a whole thing about it. And I was like, get out of my house.
That would absolutely get me too. I feel like if I thought I was gonna get iced, most things I'd be like, But you say something about cats, like, that's
I'm
it.
bored.
I'm fooled.
Yeah.
Fooled.
They knew that I would. They were like that. I wouldn't even think about it because I would just be like, oh no, like my baby. Because even though my cats vomit all the time, literally, like it's not like they were saying, oh my god, something's wrong or whatever. Like they were just like, oh, like he just doesn't look so good. He looks like he's gonna vomit like all over your bath mat or something. And I was like, not my bath mat, not my baby.
See, I feel like the area that you got tricked, and maybe this is a person who doesn't have a cat, but I'm going to say, if a cat's going to throw up, in my experience, it just does. It doesn't look like it's going to. It just does. So I think that's where you got, I think that's where you fell for it, is you should have known that, the cat's not going to,
already be done.
Yeah. Yeah, by the time you know something's wrong, it's too late.
You can. Oh, that's not true, Dustin. You've never sprung into action when you've heard a cat start retching, and you're like,
well, because they're on the
carpet. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Literally happened the other day. One of the cat, because Rufus will make this like sound before he's gonna throw up. He like meows really pitifully. It's like the saddest fucking thing. And he was sitting, and he went like. And I went, he's gonna throw up! And I literally grabbed him and took him into the kitchen where there was no carpet. And I was like, it's okay, buddy. And then I became like the person who's drunk, like their friend, their backup, that's like holding
Like
the hair.
holding his hair. Yeah.
I was like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I would love to hear your husband's account of that, because I'm sure you sprung into action and it was like slow motion. Like
Probably. Yeah.
But I will say, I have a cat who he knows that we spring into action when we hear him retching. And I don't know if this is too off topic. Just tell me.
Yeah, I mean, we got to move on pretty soon, but go for it.
But he does this thing. We realized that Gerald, who is our oldest cat, he's 17 pounds. He's huge. And he loves to eat. And if you don't feed him at 5 o'clock on the dot, then he will begin to like gag. He'll go, bleh, bleh, and he makes those loud noises. And if you stand up and move towards the door, like towards his food, he will stop and he'll run. Like he's fully doing it on purpose. Like he'll like kind of gag a little bit, and then I'll like look back at you and be like, "Are you coming?" And he does it to try to get us. It's terrible.
Yes, they're very smart. They're very smart.
All right, I'm gonna move us along.
All right.
To our final story of the week. So last week we did a whole thing on presidents who were Muppets. And I mentioned that the same artist, whose name I have still forgotten to announce, did a bunch of presidents as wrestlers. Heather required me to do it next week. So here we are, as you probably noticed from the thumbnail.
We've got to see this. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, so we're going to start off first with the incredibly ripped George Washington.
Oh,
wow. Wow.
Question.
Yeah.
What's around
Smash
his
or
arm?
pass?
What's that?
What does that mean? We're so old.
What was the question?
Does that mean? Is that like would we do him or would we not?
Oh yeah, smash or pass.
Okay.
Are we gonna smash or no?
Well, I don't know. This face is still tricky for me.
It's gonna be a no for me. It's gonna be a no.
Yeah. I'm leaning.
I'm for it.
Because also, what's under his arm? What is that?
Where you mean like I mean, first of all, the ab muscles I feel like are going too far back, and I know it's an auto-generated thing, but I feel like the ab muscles are really freaking me out.
I think it might be like a little towel or something over his shoulder.
It's a little fuzzy towel. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. For some reason, the AI, because these are all AI generated, obviously, because George Washington wasn't a wrestler, really has a lot of fun with
not
the neck.
that you know.
That's true. Not that I know. Thomas Jefferson.
Jump scare.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
What's wrong with him?
He's also wearing like a towel of sorts, I think.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah. So I mean, he seems like the bad guy in just about anything right here. Now, last week you had some issues with Abe Lincoln. I believe Abe Lincoln is next.
It was too realistic. It was creepy.
Okay.
So let's see.
What do you think of this Abe Lincoln?
This is like a lizard person became a human and is now a wrestler. Wow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the outfit.
His face looks like a bonobo.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I do like the outfit.
Yeah, I'm too distracted by the outfit. The fact that he's wearing a bow tie and he's got that, like, whatever you want to call it, that, like...
Yo, true, it is like Vampire Hunting Lincoln, though. Or is that the Vampire Lincoln?
I mean, it could very well be.
It
seems like it might
be. It could be either, yeah.
Yeah. After Lincoln, we jump forward a bit. Like, not too far, but, like, excuse me. There were a lot of, like, real generic-looking presidents that the AI created, generic-looking wrestlers. Big fan of Harry Truman
Smash.
here.
100% smash. He looks like Jeffrey Zakarian, who is none other than Iron Chef Jeffrey Zakarian. Look it up.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that they did not age his body in any way, but his face definitely looks like he's like an older person.
Right.
He has a little gray chest hair, like a little wisp.
I do like the little chest hair that they thought to include that. Just in that
Thank
one
you,
spot.
Yeah, Joy's
Joy's
apparently.
on board.
Yeah, Joy's apparently a little too into it.
I think Joy is also saying smash. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
You know who else he looks like? Bradley Whitford.
I could see
I
that.
can see it. Yeah.
It's
I can see
giving
that.
Bradley Whitford with the glasses of the guy from Up, though.
I'm gonna keep this moving.
Okay.
JFK, he looks exactly like a wrestler. Like, he looks like a college wrestler. He doesn't look like a wrestler.
Yes.
His
He
head's
just-
so square.
Yeah, this definitely is like some guy that was, the whole family does it, so he got involved.
Right.
Yeah. 100%.
Then we get into Gerald Ford, who seems like one of the leaders of one of the wrestling factions. Like he's
What's happening
he's
here?
in charge
What
of the
is-
family.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he's.
vest is Kanji.
Yeah.
He's
God.
serving in that vest.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna encourage you to prepare yourself for the next one.
Oh,
I believe we have Jimmy Carter coming up next.
Oh, can't wait.
There's something
Beef
very
jerky.
yes, there's something very
Right,
creepy
turkey
about that.
jerky.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
this is the
I
wrestler
love
that was like famous in like the
Yep.
60s and
Yep.
just has not retired and
Nope. Still showing
Won't
up.
Give it up, yeah.
Yep.
yeah, he'd still kick your ass.
Yeah.
I mean, ripped up like that, that's like that guy that like runs every day at 6 a.m. in your neighborhood
Mhm.
and is like always
Mhm.
wearing shorts that are a little too short.
For sure. I
Yeah.
mean, as far as we know, he's not wearing clothes in this image. So he may just be naked. Everybody else has some clothes on, but there's a decent chance he's naked. Ronald Reagan feeling a little like this one is
Joy's
what I feel like.
comments are getting me right now.
Yeah.
They're getting me.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue, please.
This feels the most steroidy of the bunch so far.
Well, he was from the 80s, so
Yeah.
I feel like that tracks.
Yeah. What was Joy's? I
Steroids
missed
and
I missed
cocaine.
Joy's comment. What was Joy's comment?
Oh, Joy said like the tanned lady from Something About Mary was for the last one.
No.
Yeah.
Moving us along. Bill Clinton.
Also, my chat is not my chat is doing two different things where I see on the live chat. Anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't come up for me to post, but Andy Fitch said his stomach looks like Krang, and I believe that was in reference to the Gerald Ford one, I think, or the Jimmy Carter. Either way, that's a really funny.
Yeah, I
comment.
can see. Yeah, I can see. I can see the.
Yes,
Krang
this
thing.
one. It does look like Krang. Great
Yes.
call out.
Yes, good call.
That's really good.
Traumatizing.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton feels like the other member of like the other leader of the other family kind of thing.
Yep.
Like
Yep. Yep.
good old Southern
He's going
boy.
up against the other guy. They got a big storyline going on.
Yeah.
Mhm. Huge story. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Bill Clinton so far is the least fit. It seems like of the bunch. Like
Yeah.
he's got the
Well,
pectoral
he's-
muscles, but they're not like all muscle.
He's another
With that
one.
little
He's like the
crop jacket.
wrestler. He's the wrestler that was in shape for a long time, and then like all of a sudden he shows up one day, and you're like, is he kind of not in shape anymore? Is he? I mean, he's still in shape, but
yeah. Uh,
But he's getting a little winded a little too quick.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I included,
Yeah, heavy sweating, Andrew.
I included
This
George
is
W.
amazing.
because it like really encompassed like the doofusness of
Yeah.
of him.
It
like
really
Yeah.
does.
it really sold the kind of thing. Which then now brings us to our thumbnail picture. Clearly, I feel like the artificial intelligence liked Barack Obama because like it made
Yes.
him just
Yeah.
the fucking Incredible Hulk. Like
Yeah.
he would clearly win in a fight against all of the
He
other
will win
wrestlers that
all
we've
of it.
seen.
Everything. Yes.
He's so shiny.
Yes.
Like the other ones, like some of them, their skin looked really like flat, but it looked like they really oiled him up,
Yeah.
Almost like it's more bodybuilder to me than it is wrestler.
True.
Mhm.
But he would fucking destroy.
mhm.
I skipped the next guy because there's no need for that.
Right. Right.
And then just brings us to Joe Biden, who is
Unfortunately,
Also is
gonna have
the
to
old guy
say
that keeps
smash,
showing
yeah.
up, and you're like, oh, he's in really good shape. Well, he
Yeah.
can still do it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So those are our presidents.
It's
That
amazing.
are incredibly strong. Next time this
So
artist
great.
updates things, I will I didn't, like I said, the only one I haven't done is the SoundCloud rappers, and the prisoners, just because they both felt like a little too generic to me. So those are our World You Crazy stories for the week. This is a time in the show where I remind you to like and subscribe. Please do so. It helps people know. It helps people know that you enjoy the content, and it helps you remember that we have new episodes coming up. So like and subscribe. It would make us so happy. And now we head on over to What the Fact. For new viewers, to What the Fact, I will ask 3 questions to Heather and Emily, and chat, if you would like to join in, we'd love to have you try and guess the answers to these questions as well. Maybe you'll know the answers, maybe you won't. It's more fun if you don't, but that's for me just because I spend a lot of time working on it, and if you know it right away, then it's kind of a bummer for me, because then we don't get to play with it for as long. So, here we are. What the Fact? And Emily, just be prepared, I'm going to come to you first. It's a science question, so I'm hoping that you studied up a lot on science.
I took chemistry for 2 years in high school.
It's biology, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
fuck me, I guess.
Which of the following isn't a scientific name of a living thing? Is it a spider who's called in your anus? Is it a plant genus called silly bum? Or is it a salamander called long dongonesis? Which of these is not real?
Which of them is not real?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for the question.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Wow. This is, dare I say, traumatizing.
That any of them could be real, or the pressure, or like...
All of them could be fake. All of them could be real. I simply would not know a damn thing. As far as silly bum, that to me feels a little too real, like psilocybin, like that kind of thing, mushroomy type stuff. I don't know. That kind of is sort of ringing some bells. I'm trying to pronounce them not crude to see if it sounds right. Longogenesis. I think that the salamander might be fake. No. You're not. Oh, your face is not giving anything away.
I'm not. No. I'm trying to,
oh man.
Like, I know so much of this game is psychology. Which one would I have made up?
Oh man, you should be on like the poker network.
I've tried.
Not like playing poker, but you should just be on it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
But now I'm discounting Inuanus. Inuanus.
Right, you should never discount Inuanus.
Never discount Inuanus.
I will never discount Inuanus. I'm gonna go with C. I'm gonna go with the salamander.
Okay. Heather?
I also think I've heard of B. I feel like somewhere in a textbook in a long buried past, I've seen that one. Joy says he would have made up all of them. Andrew saying full price Inuanus. I am going to go with A because I just think it's too ridiculous. But I'll be delighted if I'm wrong because I really hope that there is a spider called Inuanus.
Okay.
Me too.
That's great.
So the answer
That
is...
should be B.
Yeah. So the answer is, and this is my one for the week, all of them are real.
All of them?
All of them are real.
They're all real.
Yeah, and technically I spelled the long, because technically that should be long dong NSS, but, or however you pronounce it, after the Long Dong River, and the spider is whatever that long scientific name is. I figured once I put the long scientific name, it would make it harder. But yes, all of those things are in fact.
Wow, Chad is not happy with you, Justin. Chad is like, Jesus Christ.
Does this remind you, Justin, of when you were heckled at your one-man show?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But don't worry, guys, because the next one is also the next one. The rest of them, that's the only time that I'm doing all of them. So the rest of them, you know that there's no shenanigans coming in. So our second question is an advertising one. So Heather, I'm going to come to you first. Okay. Which of the following is not an actual tagline used in a real ad? Is it where a Jolly Rancher is in prison saying "Get busy sucking" or "Get busy dying"?
Good Lord.
Is it the Burger King where the Burger King holding a burger saying "You know you want it in your mouth"?
Okay.
Or is it an ad for a company called Toiletta where a woman is murdering another woman over a toilet seat cover with the line "Get your own"? One of them, I will say, is fake. Which one?
And one of them is for sure fake. This is not a trick.
Yes, one of them is for sure fake.
I think it's A. Because I think A goes too far beyond when commercials try to be playful or be like, when they really want you to go like, did they really just say that?
Mhm.
Farther
Like
than murder?
Yeah, murder. Honestly, murder, that sounds very, I feel like that's, commercials are like that all the time where it's like, so
True.
good you're gonna kill for it or something. And they want you to be like, what? And I feel like B, I may have even seen that ad campaign, or I've seen some ad campaign where it's like, you know you want it in your mouth, and you're like, but I think A is just a little too much on the nose that I don't think it's that
Okay.
one.
Okay. Emily and chat. See some C's, some A's.
I think, yeah. I mean, Heather makes some great points, which is kind of leading me away from C. Because, like, I mean, it's not going to be graphic, but you could kind of get the idea that she's maybe killing for the product, you know, whatever. I actually think that it's B, because I feel like I think that people take, people in America, unfortunately, think prison is funny.
Mhm.
And I
true.
think that this is like, I'm giving too much credit to Burger King right now, but I feel like the ones
We're
with the
giving them-
Burger King are more clever than that. Like, the Burger King as a character is not that crude.
Okay.
And also, does he even talk? Does the king himself talk?
Well,
Because he
remember all
has
these
that weird face on it.
all of these are print ads.
Oh.
All these are print ads. And of which I will show you the two that are
I
real.
can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm gonna go with B.
You're gonna go with B. Okay. And chat went with A and C.
A and
So,
C, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
fuck you guys. So,
Yeah. Okay.
thanks, Andrew. Thank you.
The actual answer is that Emily is correct. B is the fake one.
Wow, I thought B was for real.
Yep.
And I thought like for sure B was like maybe not in America, but definitely like Canada or something, where they would be like, hey, you want it in your mouth? I don't know why.
I mean, it's very possible that they did and I didn't come across it, but here's your Jolly Rancher ad.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, and the Jolly Rancher
Emily,
is breaking him out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, great call on how we find prisons hilarious in America. Good call.
And here is the other one where this lady has
She's
clearly
already
More?
dead. Oh my god.
murdered this lady,
Wow.
left her
I
body
pictured
on the floor.
I pictured that this ad was going to be like two cartoon old lady drawings, and they were like each holding a purse and like fighting each other in a very cartoonish way. This is wow.
Yeah,
It's
she's-
giving
Wow.
SVU. Like, this is some Law and Order
Yeah.
shit right here.
Yeah, over a toilet seat cover.
But this is like a lady who is clearly murdered before because she's so
She's putting
relaxed.
She's putting lipstick on, and
Yeah.
something's going on in the sink there. Is it? Oh, I guess it's the blood dribbling from
it's
her
the blood.
hands. So
Right.
she's murdered with her hands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and-
you're right, Dustin. She has murdered before.
And clearly, like at least from this image, it feels like this is not a single occupancy bathroom. So somebody could walk in at any moment.
At any moment.
And this lady is chill as fuck, just fixing her makeup with a
Fixing her
dead
makeup.
lady right there.
The
Because,
dead lady right there.
because somebody tried to use her thing that is free,
Her toilet seat
her
cover.
toilet seat cover.
Right.
Incredible.
So
Wow. Wow.
that all happened. That is a real ad. There are other ones too, where it's more like fist fighty, but this is the only one where there's.
I just want to know about the
Full
day
murder.
that these actors showed up and they got hired, and did they know this
Right.
is what they were coming in for?
Yeah, and they're like, "Are you sure? Is this? Yeah."
I'm always like, yeah, I just want to know the. Anyway.
I'm gonna keep us going because we
Mhm,
are very much over time. But whatever. Soldiers in an elite German military unit are doing what? In this case, only one of the answers is correct, and we'll just spell that. Are they training in their lucid dreams? Are they growing a left breast? Or are they training on deadly yo-yo combat techniques?
Andrew would like us to remind, careful.
Emily, which of these things do you think is actively happening right now with the German
In the
military?
spirit of expediency, I will state my gut reaction answer and stick to it. I think that it is B, they are growing a left breast because they want to protect their heart.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
We got an A from Joy. Heather, what do you think?
Yep. At first I was also going to go with A. Andrew is also going with A. However, I recall that recently we were watching an episode of The Amazing Race, and they were going through areas in Germany, and everything that happened was just ridiculously, delightfully goofy. And I looked at Chris and I was like, and we both had this moment where we were like, how is it that this country is so goofy most of the time and then perpetrated so much real serious evil? Really, really bad evil.
Well, I mean, they had that
So
dark. I mean, I'm gonna
go with C. I'm gonna go with C.
Deadly
yo-yos.
Okay.
For that reason, because that feels goofy.
It supports our hypothesis perfectly.
Yeah. Well, Heather, it turns out Emily has bested you again. It is growing a left breast.
Wow, that's the one I didn't think it
Yeah.
was at all.
I'm living. I'm so smart. Literally, I'm dying.
What
Okay,
what does this even mean?
So what is happening is this particular military unit, everybody is like the same handed kind of thing or whatever. So like they're all training and they all keep banging their their rifle against their left side of their chest, and for whatever reason, and nobody can figure out why, because they keep doing the impact, it's causing them to like grow a breast just on that side
to protect from the repeated trauma.
Yeah, presumably. But it's not like calcified tissue. It's like a breast kind of thing.
It's evolution.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird thing that's happening there. So this elite German military unit is growing left breast. So that is our what the facts for today. Hopefully you learned something. I think probably you did. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to speak for folks, but it's weird. Which brings us to our Amazon section where we talk about ridiculous things that people have purchased. Heather, just so we can clarify something we discussed before, if you want to share your screen, you can using the app that we do. It'll just take over your camera. So just warn me before you're going to do it, and we'll go full screen on it. So if you decide you want to do that.
Okay, let's see.
Just know. Let's see. But we're going to come to you first for your silly item.
So I love that this first item is a thing that Dustin sent me because, we chat about the show throughout the week. And Dustin sent this to me and I was like, oh, this is a real legit thing. I've just never ordered it, but it's definitely legit. It is Meowana king-size catnip joints. Emily, have you ever tried these for your cats?
I have not tried them, but it's so funny that this is coming out because I was stopped into a pet store the other day on Flatbush Avenue and they had them and I thought it was so funny.
Yep. And it is catnip joints.
Yep.
Safe. They're safe. They're organic. It's good catnip. It's not like catnip cut with any drugs, cut with anything bad.
I don't know. No, look at this. This cat is up to some shit. Okay,
that cat's having a good time. That's what that cat's up to. That cat is having a good time.
I feel like this is the first scene in one of those like Reefer Madness movies where it ends with a cat jumping out of a window and all sorts of craziness. That's my theory. I don't know if it's true.
Exactly. Andrew says that cat is cool. Yeah, that cat looks real cool.
I love him. I love that.
I do too.
But
They remind you that catnip can be given. Oh, this says every other day to cats. Okay, well, my cats are addicts, so there you go. It's a non-addictive catnip, no harmful ingredients, helps relieve boredom. I did not click on the video. Oh, the video. Yep. Yeah. Pictures, organic catnip, feline and cat lover approved. See.
So what do you do with it? Do they just play with it? Do you open it up? Do you burn it?
I think you open it up, really, although that one picture showed the cat just, with it hanging out of his mouth. But here's a picture of the cat, like, having broken it open. It looks to me like the whole idea is, like, you give it to them and they break it open and
they get it.
The cat.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
They get it.
I prefer that they all form in a circle.
There is a photo of a cat that is straight up has it in its mouth. Like, it's having a good time.
Yeah.
Wow. So many pictures of just completely stoned cats.
It's really getting funny. Absolutely blazed. Wake and bake, my friend. 420 blazed it.
Amazing. Yeah. So I just think this is so funny. I think that A+ job on whoever first thought of this product and was like, what if we branded catnip, which we all joke is weed for cats, and we call it meowana? Like, I'm mad I didn't come up with that, honestly.
I mean, I'm mad you didn't too.
Yeah, I'm angry that I didn't come up with that.
Why haven't you on Shark Tank, Heather? Why haven't you come up with this, Heather?
Seriously. What a great episode. What a great episode of Shark Tank. You show up and you're like, I've created meowana. I feel like nobody would take it seriously, but clearly
it's $1 million product.
They'd be wrong anyway. Yeah.
Do you want to move on to? I don't remember what the
yes.
What the
In the interest of time, my second one, I was so confused by this item. I had to watch like pictures and videos because I did not understand what it was trying to accomplish. It is called Bed Prism Spectacles Horizontal Mirror Lazy Readers. The description is, first of all, the description has a new 2023 upgrade with better materials, lighter than the previous style, and reinforced so you receive new glasses. I guess people were breaking them is what I get the feeling. So it says protect your eyes and spine. Great for preventing neck cramps or eye strain. Best for people who don't want to move. A practical and thoughtful gift. Perfect idea for your family and friends. Perfect for lazy people. Great. I still was like, I don't know that I understand what this means. So I scroll down and it says, who said you couldn't be lazy and learn? It's like, okay. Right? So we go to this picture.
I don't think anybody said that.
No,
but here's my favorite thing. So there's this picture and the actual advertisement says, tired of holding your book up while you read? Book falls in the actress' face. Look no more. Introducing the Bed Prism glasses. And I was just, I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, you're still holding the book. It's just you're holding it in a different place.
Right. And this just makes me think of, like, I don't even know what they're called, but, like, I remember as a kid, you would have, like, those funny glasses, and you put them on, and they had, like, the little stupid things on them, and they made Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And nothing about reading through those or looking through those made anything clear. It was always like you were looking through a fisheye lens. It was really hard to see everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like this would be, you're sitting there, listen, everyone, I'm not going to shame anybody. Everyone do what makes them happy. But this looks a little weird. And,
it just looks like we're doing too much. Like doing, this is like a Rube Goldberg
just get
machine,
another pillow. Yes.
To me. It's too much. Like
Topping says, nice to know I'm not as lazy as I thought I was because I do not want or need these.
Amen.
Yeah.
There are like
just
two
put
things
another
about
pillow
that.
behind your neck. Yeah.
Yeah. Like one of the things is that the book is so far away. Like it's so far away. So how on earth are you gonna read that? The other thing about this is that in the photo, I don't know if this is the photo that's in the ad for it on Amazon, but the photo that I see on the screen in front of me, this woman arguably has the largest breasts I've ever seen. And how is she supposed to see over those?
How would she see
How
over
is she
these?
supposed
Yes.
to see over those?
Yeah, she does not have. I agree. She does not have direct line of sight. I think.
That's
No.
a really good.
Yeah.
That's a really
If
good
she
call.
were buying a ticket to this book, it would be obstructed view only.
Yeah.
Like,
And like also, let's be real. If they're that big, you could just balance the book on them.
put the book up there.
Yeah.
No, put the book up there. Instant reading show.
I also feel like she does
Perfect.
probably. She looks like she might work out, and I feel like it's odd that this is the line that she drew. That like,
Yeah,
no,
that
I'm
she
not.
was like,
Yeah.
she was like, lift the book. No. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
enough.
Somebody also did post a review, and they posted a photo of what it looks like. Wait, so Dustin, how do I do this if I want to show this to everybody?
There's a screen share button that you can just do, and it'll take over your screen, basically.
Toggle screen sharing, is that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, let's see what happens if I type.
We do it live.
Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, everyone. Let's see. Does
Everybody look
this
at Heather's
work?
tabs, quick.
Can you see this? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it's gonna look like. So like, I look at that and I'm like, I immediately panic because I'm like, I wouldn't be able to read that. What?
That book
The
is
review does
100
say
miles away.
Yeah, and it does say less than ideal, best I can find.
The best that you should find is your face closer to that book.
Yes, exactly. Your face closer to that book. Agreed. Yeah. So that's what that is, everyone. That's how that
Cool.
works.
You wanna toggle back to you?
Yes. What do I click on? Toggle
Same
camera
thing.
preview?
No, I think
toggle
the same
that.
thing. There you go. Yeah, you're back.
Oh, you're right.
That's me. Is that what it should look like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It works.
Nice. Oh, excellent. Good to know about this feature, Dustin. I
Yeah.
will be abusing it. Can't wait.
Cool. Emily, do we want to move on to your
I thought you'd
stuff?
never asked, Dustin. My first item is it's called and I'm going to read the whole Amazon title because I also think that it's really long and funny. Toppist, Angry Mama Microwave Cleaner Angry Mom, Microwave Oven Steam Cleaner, and disinfects with vinegar and water for kitchens, comma. Steamer cleaning equipment cleans the crud in minutes, parentheses, green, close parentheses.
What?
That's the whole title.
This item is $7.59. And in my opinion, for $7.59, you are paying for something that will do a job of a bowl full of water, basically. That's what it is. And so I think the intention here is you put the water and the vinegar, as aforementioned in the title. I'm assuming water and vinegar is not included.
No, not for
And-
$7.99. What are you, crazy?
Of course, no. What's in 59 even? I mean, that's margins are a little too close, my friend. So there's like 6 parts to this. So there's like, oh my God, Joy's mom has it. Why? Not to roast your mom, Joy.
Yeah. But
to
anyway,
roast her a little.
look how good of a job. Look how good of a job it does, though. The top is the before, and the bottom is the after. How could you want better than that?
Well, the thing is,
But you have
Justin.
to wipe it down, right? It's
Yeah.
not just like magically sucking up all this dirt.
and so I think that what it does is you put like water, vinegar, cleaner, whatever you want to into it, and you microwave it for 5 to 8 minutes. So you have to take it apart, and oh my gosh, Joy, it burns in the microwave. I mean, it's plastic. Like, I don't know why.
It's like
But,
it was
but
a
it's,
little warped
it's
and
already
burned.
weird. It's
But it-
already.
I know,
Like,
so like it
holes in
being
its
warped
head
and
to
burned
create
is
steam.
worse.
And so to that I say, why couldn't you just put a bowl of water in there
with
and
vinegar.
heat it up?
No, I don't know.
Because not shown are the tiny little holes up top that like slowly.
No, we can see them.
Okay.
We can see them. They're shown.
Okay.
And something that I will say as well is that some of the tags on here, you know how it says like read reviews that mention blank. Easy to use, cleaning the microwave, lemon juice. The very fourth one here is waste of money. One of them is elbow grease.
Mhm, mhm.
But I will say that this has a number of positive reviews. It's got like over 7,000 positive reviews. And it's got a 4.3 rating.
Okay.
So it may be
All right.
silly, but I think that it's cute. But once again, does the job of a bowl of water.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For
Topping
just
could say that you
the price
won't
of
get
some-
power
yeah.
steam from a bowl, which fair. But also, we don't have to have this screaming at me.
Yes.
And there's something that feels very sexist about it too, I will say,
Mhm,
because
mhm,
it's like
mhm.
a shrill mother.
Mm-hmm.
Clean it up!
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
she's such a nag. Oh,
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's supposed to look like her arms, and she's like, yeah, clean the
The one thing
microwave.
that they did get right is that they're all white women.
Mhm.
So they're all just angry white women. It's like,
Just
they're
angry.
everywhere, unfortunately.
Very angry, yes. Yep.
And so for my second item, this is an item, and I was telling Dustin before the show that when I clicked on this link, I literally cackled out loud alone in my apartment for like 10 minutes. Because, and I will, again, actually, I can't read the total thing because I actually don't know how to pronounce this, but, okay. It's 1,500 live ladybugs dash hippodamia convergens dash guaranteed live deliver plastic container for moth parentheses 1,500 close parentheses.
Right.
This is literally what looks like a deli container filled with live ladybugs.
Right. Have you ever wanted 1,500 ladybugs?
And Justin, if you don't want 1,500 ladybugs, don't worry, because they have an option for 150, 300, or 750 ladybugs.
Now, if I'm going to get ladybugs, I'm getting 1,500.
And it says eco-friendly
As many as I can
pest
carry.
control solution. What is it supposed to do? What is the idea behind this?
That's a fantastic question, Heather. And to that, I would say, stay curious.
Great, I will. I will. It's good. It's good to have mysteries in life.
Find out, you know. So in the product description, it said ladybugs prefer to eat aphids and will devour up to 50 a day, but they will also attack scale, mealybugs, boilworms, leafhopper, and corn earworm. They dine on bugs and do not harm vegetation in any way.
Great.
Yeah.
This also says that ladybugs should always be released after sundown, since they only fly in the daytime. During the night, they will search the area for food and stay as long as they can for food to eat. So they won't fly at night. So if you put them out at night, then they'll eat everything. So not unlike a vampire, they feed.
Right. Don't feed them after midnight.
Wait. So you're saying these ladybugs are only good for like a day? Because then the next day they'll just fly away?
I guess.
Yes, I think so.
Recommendations: ladybugs may be kept in the refrigerator after they are received and released as needed. So I don't think, thankfully, I don't think that you're releasing all 1,500 of them at once.
Right, but
you can keep ladybugs in the refrigerator and they don't die.
I guess. I don't know why it has to be in the refrigerator.
Okay, so earlier you were talking about, like, what was it, Smash or what was that?
Smash or
Smash
pass,
or
I think
pass.
you said.
Smash or pass, yes. Yeah. If you were dating somebody and you opened their fridge and they had, say, 800 ladybugs sitting in the fridge.
Give her
plastic.
Is that a smash or pass kind of situation? Like,
That's going to be a pass for me.
It's going to pass. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Like I just don't know. If somebody's like, "Wow, you got a lot of ladybugs. Here's my clothes."
If somebody then tried to explain to me, no, they're not for eating. Don't worry. I'd be like, it sounds like they're for the eating.
They're to eat things in the dirt. Yeah, this is...
Which sucks because, you know what? Smash to a guy, or any person actually that has a garden. That's an automatic smash.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so you want them to have a garden, but you don't want them to have 1,500 ladybugs.
Especially not in the fridge.
Not in the fridge. Why you have to keep them them in the fridge. If they got a separate mini fridge or one of those little skincare fridges just for the ladybugs, I'd be like, okay, luxurious. They have their own home. Those ladybugs are homeowners. And that would be so cute. And it'd be like, oh my God, you're taking care of these ladybugs. Gorgeous.
I think you're wrong, because I think if somebody said, hey, what's that fridge over there? And they're like, oh, that's my ladybug fridge. You'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or if you open the fridge out of curiosity, if you open the fridge out of curiosity and it was just littered with ladybugs, like, there's no way you're on board with that, is all I'm saying.
Fair enough. Logically and reasonably, no.
Okay.
Had I drank an entire brunch in a jar, probably.
Right, you might,
That's a really good point.
There's one more thing that I will say about this, and that it is, before we get to whatever that hot dog is that the brand listed for this is just generic.
Oh, yes, that's true, yes, it is.
So, just generic ladybugs. You don't get name brand.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait until I get some fancy top shelf ladybugs. All right, I'm gonna move this along.
You're paying for the name, you know.
I tipped off the next item. The next item is, how many times does this happen to you? You have a bunch of hamburgers, but you only have hot dog buns, and you're like, well, I need to eat it with a bun of some kind.
This has happened to me.
Right. So what am I gonna do?
Vegetarian version, but yes.
Right. What am I gonna do? I guess I'll have to shape the hamburger in the shape of a hot dog. But how am I gonna do that?
What?
I can't just make the hamburger into a tube on my own. I need help, which is where the ham dogger comes in.
The ham dogger.
Where it helps you turn your hamburger into a hot dog.
Ridiculous.
This is, I should have done the pictures in the opposite order, because this is sort of the after, when you've already done it. But
this is ridiculous.
But the actual product.
Oh no, I don't like that at all. No.
You just shove the meat into this thing. You put the tube on, and then all of a sudden, voila, you have a ham dog.
And that's how you make a baby. Yeah. When a hamburger and a hot dog love each other very much.
It's not. You would think it's a sex device, but also you'd cut it off.
Dustin, look at it.
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't have the vibe of one, but you couldn't.
Really? That's wow.
But you couldn't.
Justin, you're being very generous with that, I think.
Yeah. But I'm just saying you couldn't put something in there without cutting it off. So yes, you could Lorena Bobbitt the situation and be like, hey, this is where I'm gonna store it. But you couldn't use it for an active sex thing unless your end game was the thing. And then ultimately it makes this, which seems incredibly gross to me.
Hey baby, you wanna see how I make my meat?
Yeah.
You wanna see how I get it to fit in between those buns?
I gotta say, that's also the thickest hot dog I've ever seen.
Yes.
I don't think that I've ever seen a real hot dog that had girth.
This one, but which it seems odd because that doesn't seem like it produces that. But I guess maybe we just don't have the scale for it.
You know what? They have sushi things for you can make a sushi roll with little stuff like that. So maybe that was the inspiration.
Well, so my question is just, why do you need this really? Because why can't you just take the meat and go boop, 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 and it's a hot dog.
Tube is the easiest form of thing that you can make.
Mm-hmm.
It's super easy. You don't need a product for doing this thing, which you should very rarely do anyway. It's a hamburger.
Because really, you know what? If that has, as I said, that has happened to me. I've gone to have a vegetarian burger patty, and I'm or whatever. You just use 2 pieces of bread. Works the same.
Yeah,
bread,
you could.
Yeah.
But
what I will say, please go.
No, go ahead.
Is that the only reason I can think that something like this was created is as an accessibility device, right? For people with limited like hand mobility to, you know, maybe it's easier to just plop it in there. And so for me, that makes it feel like it's sort of true equality for people with those types of disabilities, because they're like, hey, people with disabilities can do fucked up stuff too, you know?
Yeah,
They can do like the most gross and insane stuff too, okay? Like, let
not
them.
just limited. Yeah.
You're not just limited to like typically abled people. You're like everybody can do something fucked up and gross.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
I like that. I like that.
All right, so let me get to start our last one. Sometimes if you're a person, you want to like smell good, right?
I'm really excited about this, Dustin.
But in doing that, sometimes people can feel like, hey, that's a little frou-frou. You know, like I want to smell good, but I don't want to be seen like one of those like New York City liberal types that smell like strawberries and stuff like that. I want to smell like something
What's
that
what
like
New York City liberals smell like?
yeah. I want to smell like something that really tells people that like I'm a badass person, but I also still want to wear cologne. So, if you are one of those people, if the story I just said resonates with you, why don't you go out and get dirt cologne? Where it just makes you smell like the dirt on a family farm. This is my, as you all know, this is the last one is always the one that we actually recommend you go out and get, because odds are if you're thinking about getting dirt perfume, you probably smell worse than dirt. So this is a step in the right direction. Go out and get your dirt cologne and smell like the ground in a family farm.
I had to put my glasses on because I wanted to read the label here, which is literally the most unhinged copy anybody has ever written in their entire life.
So these are like, these colognes have actually existed for, I'm gonna say like about 20 years now, but I think they've what's the thing, like they're not at their peak anymore. There was a time in, again, like probably late 90s, early 2000s, where these were and Dirt was the one that made them like super, super famous, which is I think why it still exists.
So have you smelled it before?
I have smelled it, yes, and it smells exactly like wet dirt, which personally I don't want to smell like. I will say they had a couple of really good perfumes in their line, because the perfumer was really obsessed with finding like unusual scents and really capturing them correctly. So my favorite one that they made was called Play-Doh, and it was spot on. It was so good. And I actually went, when I saw that this was on our list for tonight, I was like, I wonder if I still have my bottle, but I did not, because I was going to be like, look, I have a vintage bottle. I didn't. It's okay. That's good. That means I threw things away.
But do they still get made? Are these still made to this day?
I don't think they make all of them anymore. I know they make Dirt, because that was like their flagship. They may make a couple of them still. I like want to look now after this.
I have to know. Well, I'm Googling it.
Yeah.
What is it? Demeter Fragrance Library.
They used to have a boutique in like the East Village. It was so fun. You would go and like smell all the scents and stuff. Really cool.
Emily, I would also recommend you check out, I believe they're called like Mandals. Candles for men that smell like
candles.
Yeah, they smell like dirt.
I'm gonna buy Devin's on.
Outstanding.
I think they smell like, this one that smells like gun grease or something like that. Like they're all like, you know.
They had a really good leather one. That reminds me, they used to have a really good leather one that smelled like just like a jacket.
Yeah. So
right.
so.
All sense.
So now you know what to get Devin for your fiance for his birthday and or Christmas. A bunch of.
Oh my God! There's one that smells like baby shampoo.
I would be into that. Because I hope it's the brand name that we're not going to name, but I do really like the way that smells.
That's I'm a little nervous about leaning too heavily into the baby shampoo, because that feels like it would be a weird thing for a person.
It like starts up a weird. Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. Why do you want that?
Most of these are food. Most of these are food related.
Yeah.
That brings us to the end of our show, guys.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much for being part of it. Where can people find out more about what you have going on.
Oh, yay. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for having me. This has been so much fun. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate everybody watching, commenting, everything like that. But you can find me on all of my social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and fuck Twitter. So we're on Threads now, baby. My handle is at Play-Doh Pool. That is right. Play-Doh, the thing that you eat and pool with me at the end, because my last name is Claypoole. It's very funny. I came up with it when I was 15. So follow me, Instagram and TikTok mainly. I've been posting a lot on TikTok. And you can follow Roadhouse Sketch Comedy at Roadhouse Comedy for the 3 of our sketch comedy shows, and we have one coming up on the 29th at the Tank. You can buy tickets on the Tank's website.
Which you should.
Have the graphic.
Oh, look at that. What do you know?
Nice.
Tickets are $15. What a steal.
But you can get a discount with discount Roadhouse.
Yeah, with code
one word. Yeah, with code Roadhouse. Is one word. Heather, how about you? What do you got coming up?
Same deal. We are all from the same team. So come out to that show, and I'm going to heighten what Emily said. Buy those tickets ahead of time, because we sold out last time. We turned people away at the door. So don't be that person. This is not the show for you to be like, you know what? I can just walk up. It's my friends. It's cool. Nope. Buy ahead of time. Code Roadhouse. You can get that ticket cheaper.
Cool. And then for me, where I'm messing with all the buttons. I was not prepared for tonight. For me, you just follow me at DDATO at on Instagram. I don't have the graphic going. Buy or buy.
I think I love it. Buy or buy.
Yeah.
It's great.
Cool. And yeah, Emily, thank you so much for being part of the show. I'm gonna see if I got the music.